So whenever you're ready, it's just recording.
Okay. All right. Thanks, everybody. So I'm Liz Almond, and I'm the mindset shifter. My business is Insightful Minds. I am a small business mentor, mainly to the wellness sector, actually, but I will work with other people. But generally, it's the wellness sector. I've had a history of health issues, happiness issues, and money issues. So when I came into business, I had a lot of financial, challenges. And so what I want to share in this particular presentation is really whether you've got a business or not, it doesn't matter, because actually we've not got a business, you might want to think about having a business in the future anyway, because I'd recommend anybody to have a business, even if it's a little sideline. So what I want to cover in the presentation is really about a particular technique called the balance procedure. So I'm trained in 11 different therapies to a very advanced level. I've been using the balance procedure myself for a couple of years. I didn't really understand what it was really, because it just was a bit too simple, really, for me to realise about it. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and actually that's one of the things I've always done, is overthink things and think things are supposed to be far more challenging than they have to be. So within the talk, I'm just going to talk about the why you'd want to balance your energy, what is a balance procedure, and how to apply it, and I'll demonstrate it on me. I obviously can't demonstrate on anybody who's watching, but it's really because we all have all these things that happen in life. Like, we've had lots of bereavements. We go through menopause, or we go through andropause as a man. They also have it. We might have relationship splits. It might be all different aspects, and it all affects your mind. And if you've got no way of actually balancing your energy and balancing what's going on, your thoughts that you're having are actually energy, and they get stuck in your body and can make you ill and make you feel not as good as you could do and out of balance. So if you ever feel that you're going up and down emotionally, so if any perimenopausal who's watching, for example, so age about 43 onwards, your emotions will be going up and down as the energy shifts in you, as you're becoming more yourself, and you're becoming wiser as you get older, because our life that we're on is our spiritual path. But what we're on our spiritual path. Whatever's been and gone is our past. Right now, me talking is the present moment, and we've also got the future, which is anxiety. And actually, if you don't use techniques, balance procedure being one of those techniques, balance procedure combines lots of different techniques together. You'll find that actually you will keep ping-ponging and not quite get to the goals that you're wanting to, and not necessarily have the life that you desire, and you really can get frustrated with that and think, well, why can this happen? I just can't get things to work. So by balancing your energy, by using a balance procedure or another method, it means actually you can have a much easier ride going forward in your life. So if I just go to the next slide, hopefully if that worked. No, it didn't work. Let's see. Here we go. So why would you want to balance your energy? Well, it reduces stress. So within your nervous system, you've got a parasympathetic nervous system and a sympathetic nervous system. What happens when we're in fight or flight? So we go through a traumatic incident that's happened to us. It could be something horrible like a rape, for example, or a house burning down, or whatever it is. Our mind goes into this fight, and the sympathetic nervous system has a problem, and our energy will get out of balance at that point. We can feel a bit split and out of kilter with how we are. We can be less mindful about what's going on, and often the impact of that can be actually we could be driving more, we could be being a bit absent-minded about things and not realise that that's what it's really about. But it is about understanding more about how your mind is working and how your energy is balanced within your body. So it also improves general health and well-being. I've used lots of techniques on myself. It isn't just the balance. I still use other techniques as well, but it is a handy tool to have with you at any point. There's even an app actually with it as well, but I'll show you the technique in a minute. So it helps you reach your full potential. Often we can be going through life and we go off on these little sort of rides off, doing different jobs and whatever, or different experiences. I think, what was that about? Because that isn't what I want to do. And then we go, I don't like that. And then you go off. And actually, I had no realization that I was doing the wrong thing in life until every time I had an accident, I had enforced time off, because the universe made me take some time back, reflect, and then I'd go on another course on the right thing to do. So, and I didn't realize that until actually therapy was done on me to realize that's actually how I was operating. It also improves your mental state of mind by balancing your energy and no longer so much head focused. You know, you always want to be in life heart focused. Your heart is 5,000 times more powerful than your head. Although academically, and sorry, this is a university, isn't it? Academically, we're driven, and I'm a teacher trainer, to think from our mind and think that's what's actually happening. And our mind is very, very powerful, but actually your heart is more powerful. And you want to look at what you're passionate about, and to be balanced, you need to make sure that your happiness in every aspect of your life, including spirituality, is actually balanced, so that you are focused on that. So if your money's out of kilter, quite often your relationship will go out of kilter, because you might be having arguments with your partner about money, for example, and they all go all hand in hand. The premise is that this is a projector. What we're projecting out is what we're receiving in. So you need to look at how you are doing that. And if you're not getting the results you want to, you have to start doing something differently yourself. It's not about blaming other people. So you want to increase your body's ability to heal itself. We all have the ability to do that, and we don't necessarily realize how much we can do it, how quickly we can heal ourselves. We're totally capable of doing it, and we can improve our mood. So the balance procedure is actually, it's just a set of cards. That's all it is. It's like just a set of cards that you would use, and they will actually help you. You can carry it with you, and it will balance your energy. But I'll show you in just a moment how to use it. So, I can't read. That's interesting. I haven't thought about doing that. Let me see if I can move this screen of where you guys are all talking, so I can sit. There you go. So I can read my screen. So being in balance is about living in the present. But as I say, we often ping pong, and that's why there's a problem. The Dalai Lama, when asked about what surprised him most about humanity, answered, man, because he sacrifices health in order to make money, then he sacrifices money to recuperate his health. And then he's so anxious about the future, he doesn't enjoy the present. The result being he does not live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's going to die, and then dies never having really lived. So it is about looking at how are you interacting with yourself, being in balance. Are you actually having the kind of life that you want to have, that you can have? Because life can be magical. And actually one of my models is to say, the highest state is to be in joy, and that's what the balance procedure is about. It's about you wanting the fantastic emotions coming through about who you are, where you're going, etc. But you want to actually be thinking about where you're going in life, and where you want to be. So if you are experiencing negative emotions, or you're in ill health, you need to consciously get rid of the negative emotions that are actually causing you a problem. So the balance procedure will actually work on what is alive in you at that time. So if you're consciously having a thought, thinking, I didn't like this thing that happened, you can use your balance procedure to actually get rid of that energy out of your aura, basically, so it's no longer part of you. So the key is to be very much in the present, but most of us, as I say, aren't. And during the day, you might balance yourself in the morning. The idea is you use it every day, but during the day, you might also have a difficulty, and something happens. You then need to balance again. So it might be several times a day, depending on what trauma you're holding on to. There might be, because it's also past life stuff that might have happened to you as well. It might be causing you an issue in how you react to something, or whatever you need to shift and change. So what is the balance procedure? So it basically activates the language of the universe with 9 symbol cards. Each representing a geometrical symbol, affirmation, color, number, zodiac, gemstone, element, planet, chakra, and physical aspect, because it'll actually work on physical aspects of your health. When all is balanced, it is the key to the conscious mind. The balance procedure is an energy technique that does not require an understanding of theory or precise disciplines, and it's easy to learn through practice. So anybody can learn the balance procedure, even children, because you don't have to understand it. And one of the difficulties often is that people won't know, because they don't understand something, they stop doing it. And one of the things I've spent a lot of time with my clients on is actually saying, no, are you still using the cards? Are you still doing it? Because actually often people aren't using the cards still. They're gone because they're cognitively think, well, it's not working, I'm not seeing the results. Because it also looks at numerology. It looks at your birthday. So when you work with a practitioner like myself, we work out what your birthday is, work out we are in 9-year cycles, and there'll be certain things that your mind will think, well, this should be happening now. Well, actually, it wouldn't be. It would be happening in 3 years' time, because of being in these particular cycles as well. So we have a life path, but we also have a personal year that we're in. Life path will indicate what type of things you should be doing in life, and that relates to the numbers on the cards. So I'm just going to show you what the balance feature looks like. So we'll stand up, and let's move that away.
You want to show us something?
Say it again, sorry.
You want to show us something?
Yeah, I'm going to show you something. So this is the balance procedure. Okay. So what you do.
1 second. You are sharing the screen. You need to.
Am I?
Yeah.
I can't show you the full things. This is card. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you have it over your heart chakra. Okay. So this one says, I am a visionary. I am flexible and passionate. And by holding it over my heart chakra, you want your body to go forwards. But actually, when you first balance the cards, you'll find that actually a lot of people will go backwards, or they might go side to side, or they might not just move at all. And you want your energy to always be moving forward. But we get stuck, because we're not in balance. We're not looking at different things that are going on. So the idea is that you actually balance each card every day, and then balance them as a pack all together on your heart, and that'll then put you in balance, and you'll actually feel the difference. But if you're also imagining different aspects, you can also, so for example, if I wanted more money, for example, the card that is about wealth, I can use that card on top and actually imagine how I want it to be, how would it feel to be that, like that, and that allows that creation to actually happen. Now, clearly, you still have to do the work to earn the money, okay? Should say that to people. You do actually need to take action, but let me just sit down again, hold on. It just makes it a lot simpler for people to be understanding the things going on in their life, but actually to get an instant relaxation by their energy shifting in it. But it's very much an inward journey of you understanding what's going on. So I sometimes will use other techniques. I'll go, what's that about? And I'll shift that particularly, because it's about taking responsibility for how you, I'm also a trainer in linguistic programming, for example. So that's very much about behaviour and the excellence in how you communicate. But so it's about also taking responsibility. If you've had I don't know, an argument with somebody or whatever, it's about taking as well. How could I have talk differently in this, how could I have reacted differently, so that you actually let go of that angst, and you can then balance on that to remove it. So that's about it, really. There isn't that much more to the balance procedure, I think, because it is such a simple thing. As I say, the creator of it, Jenny Cox and Alan Cox, it's been around 14 years. It is linked into, I think it's about 14 different therapies that bring different aspects together. But for somebody who is emotionally going through different things, bereavement, or you might be going through menopause, depression, it is a really simple and easy thing for somebody to be using on themselves. I'm not saying they won't have additional support, etc., but with the way that the services are now, it was always challenging to get to see a therapist anyway. At least this way, it's a cheaper way of being able to work with somebody. Or you initially do training to do it's a 4-hour training to do level 1, where you can use the cards on yourself. You can surrogate for an animal as well. So if you notice your animal has got a challenge, and you can actually surrogate your energy for theirs and actually balance them as well, because your pets around you are actually reflecting to you different things as well, as are the people in your life as well. If you're not getting what you like, that's there's something going on in you, not them. Which is the bit of the ownership thing that you might not be used to hearing or whatever, because our mental health model at the moment actually is very much what people do to you, rather than actually how do you create this, how are you going to create something different, how are you going to create a different reality to how things are at the moment. So it's about taking the ownership and deciding how you want to shift and change things, and making those differences. So it is There's lots of things that you can do. The final guide is really just saying, if you want to know more, you can go to my website. I've done a little video about the balance procedure. If you go and I think it's online training, you find that balance procedure there. There's training put on all the time. Just if the dates don't fit, ask me, because actually I'm putting dates on all the time, because you never quite know when people are going to be available. But also I do it for groups. If there are any groups where people, a group, it can be used as a continuing professional development, it can be used as a wellbeing for staff activity to help individuals really feel so much better. I mean, actually, it's much better about empowerment, empowering somebody to be able to shift and change what's going on for them, rather than it's disempowering, saying, how can I help that person? It's actually, how can I show you to be more confident? With my book, Are You Worth It? I won't even allow anybody to have it for free. No, I'll teach somebody how to earn the money to buy it, or how they can get it for free, but I won't actually give it for free, because as soon as I'm reflecting somebody, you haven't got the money, I'm not sure you've got the money, that's actually my issue, that's not theirs. That's actually what I've transferred to them. So it is about, and I've actually said that to a homeless person, they totally agreed. And it's about how to empower them. And empowerment, integrity, and financial gain are the three main values of my business and all the work that I do in what I'm achieving. I have, if anyone wants to follow me on Facebook, they can. Just Liz Almond, you can become a friend, because I use my my whole profile as for business. I share personal things on there as well, because once you've written personal life in a book, it's kind of open source to everybody, really. So it's not going to be precious about it anymore. If it helps save lives, which it does, the book does, then it's important that I share it. I do have a Facebook page called Insightful Minds that I share on, and there are two groups that, or I mentioned before, there's Money Mindset Academy, which it goes alongside the book, and there's also the free Teen Business Startup Wisdom session, which also has free online business startup advice sessions I run, and that's the group that goes alongside it, where I share about health and wellbeing, but I also share about mental health and share about how to get business in, etc. as well. And email me if you want more information, because I do lots of different things, but we decided I wanted to choose this particular one to do as part of the talk today. So thank you, Laura. I think I'm probably at about my time.
Yeah, you are absolutely
right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, so thank you so much to come to the Liz talk. So if you want to know more about what Liz have, I'm on one of their Facebook groups, so she always shares some interesting posts about balance, about energy. It's crazy. So thank you so much today, guys, for coming. As you know, the next talk is a Q&A with me and Ryan. So Ryan and I will have an entity for ages, and we want to have the next talk more about to create some awareness with the people. Oh, sorry, just